help, especially when I see animals in the shelters. Also, to those who are watching this, do not buy animals at an animal shelter. This is to tell you right now. Adopt an animal. Adopt a pet. Because animals that come from shelters, when you pay for them, most likely they come from kennels. And like, I watched this one episode one time when I stayed up about this man. He traveled across like the country, or if not the country, in this one state, and he like was helping out. His job was to like bring down other animal shops that are lying and actually using kennels and stuff like that. And I love that like episode. Like, it was like an hour long, and I stayed up and watched it, and I thought that was amazing because like that's something I could see myself doing, even though it's dangerous, like just to help animals, because animals are living like creatures too, their lives, and they don't need to be killed for their fur. Like, we're in the 21st century. We don't need fur to be like covering ourselves. Like, what's the point of it? Yeah, like fur looks pretty, but it looks prettier even on the animal. It looks prettier like on a living thing, on a creature, more than killing it. And especially like going back to global warming, polar bears, they're like dying out. Like, all their species is like dying out because of the global warming. And like, animals are not the cause of it. Humans are. We're the cause of like global warming, point blank. And I just feel like really intense and serious about that. Like, I really want to stop it because I feel like it's our fault, and we're gonna be like, the end or the demise of our own selves because we can't, like, we're like the persons that causing it, and we don't even want to see it. Like, I call global warming the silent killer because it's like it's going on and people are doing it, but they don't realize how much they're doing it. How much, like, look up landfills, look up, like, go to greenpeace.org and go to stopglobalwarming.org, research this stuff, because you'll literally see that, or watch Animal Planet and stuff like that, and different other stuff like that. Then you'll really be informed or in the know about what's going on this planet now, like real world issues, because I just don't know, it's just crazy. Other things that I want to do in my life is, like I said, travel around the world. I want to meet new people. I really want to, like I said, have a fashion house. I want to have my own, like line of things, like perfumes from, like, that's what I do now when I draw. I draw, women's wear, men's wear, lingerie, swimsuits, glasses. I would draw perfume, like how I want the bottles to look, and I love drawing and stuff, and like sketching it and stuff like that. And that's what I spend most of my time now, like free time, if it's not like watching the channels and stuff like I told you, or like surfing the web and looking at stuff. Like, I love also like reading different stuff. Like, I feel like I'm a very diverse person because I love like different cultures, learning about them. I love like reading different things just like from different cultures. Like, I love manga. I love watching like Japanime or anime stuff, like shows and all that. I love listening to like from rock music to jazz to opera to hip hop to rap. I like different stuff. So I feel like I'm a very diverse person. Like, that's what I mean. Like, when you look at people, don't assumingly think on the outside of what they know and what they like, because, don't judge a book by its cover, What else? Like, I'm not trying to go on a rant or whatever, but like I said, with people assuming like where you come from or whatever like that, like, people assume that because, especially when I'm in school or whatever, they assume that I'm probably stuck up, or if not, like, I'm too good for people or whatever like that, because I'm like quiet or I keep to myself. Like, because I do that stuff, because I don't want to get in drama. Like I said, I know what I want to do in my life. I'm not like some of these other kids that I'm around, like teenagers, that all they want to do is like hang out, drink, smoke, go to parties, all that stuff like that. I have a plan in mind, even though I'm only 17 years old. And I feel like it's a lot of us that, we know what we want to do with our lives. And it's not that we're scared, but it's like we're just like, you know, we don't know what to do to put in effect. Like, people are really trying. Like, I know teenagers that are even younger than me, like, they have jobs, they're like, you know, doing this and that. It's just difficult, especially where you live around, because like where I'm at, I feel like it's so difficult because I don't know anybody else that really wants to pursue fashion, especially in like the neighborhood I'm in. It's like kind of off, and you know, like it's like off as in, it's like there's no type of boutiques and stuff like that, fashion houses around where I am, at least good and up and running stuff. Like there is, but they're not. Like, you know, it's kind of shifty to trust, and like where I have in mind is like different than where probably they're at. Like, I want my stuff, like, I'm not trying to say like I want everything now, but I want something bigger and better for myself. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Because I know everybody has to start off somewhere, but I really don't want to start off where I'm at right now. And I know there's a few designers where I'm at, like around where I live, and they come up to my school and talk. And I really appreciate them. I love their story. I want to like collaborate with them and network with them. And I really appreciate them from being like black women who are business women and stuff like that. I really look up to them. But like I said, I really want more for myself. Like, I want to move to New York or Los Angeles, and I want to, like, you know, I really want to be on it. Like, I want to be up there with Marc Jacobs. I want to learn all the stuff. And I know how people say, like, he had to start somewhere. But I'm like, I just really want to, you know, meet them. I really want to collaborate with people like that. I see myself up higher, in a higher standard than where I'm at now. And like, that's what I mean now. That's why I think I want to do this documentary, is because people think that like it takes a long time, and I know it does, like, but I really don't want to be starting off when I'm 40 or 50. It's like, no offense to them, but I really don't want to see my fashion house get off the ground when I'm 40 or 50. Now, I know it's a few people who are just like, they're still young, like they're 20 something, and they're getting their like notoriety or name out there. Like, for instance, Alexander Wang. He's an amazing designer. I love his stuff. But like, I don't know, I just feel like I have the urge, like I said, the teenage angst to like get your stuff out there like now, like you really want everything to happen, and it's not like that. And that's what I want to learn and educate myself more, even on my own, not through school, because my school doesn't have an art club. I'm sorry, not an art club, an art program anymore. We don't have stuff, like, especially with the school system, like they're taking away all the stuff, which I don't appreciate, because I'm an artist, and yeah, I can keep that title of artist, but it's just crazy because I don't understand how you can take out like music and art from a school when it's like, that's how teenagers don't know what they want to be in their life, when you don't have them type of options, you know? We don't even have gym. So, anyway, back to this thing. Well, not we, but I have been, for the last 5 years, been working on my sketching and art, and I feel like I've progressed really, really well and done better. I can show you some of my books. With me, like, especially in the fashion world, I'm gonna get this out first before I like put anything else out there. In the fashion world, it's like really competitive, and it's like really crazy because people, like, that's what I mean, like, a lot of people, if you're watching this video, like, this to me is like a special video. I don't know if it'll get across to you as being special, but when you think about it, when you go out shopping for clothes and stuff like that, if you're like a shopaholic and you get the clothes and they're all nice and beautiful and stuff like that, think about, like, I don't know if you do, but like, what people, like, how many hands have touched that garment, how much time and work and effort that like one garment has went through. Like, look at the seams and the stitching and stuff like that. Like, not to be like kind of weird or creepy or whatever, but like a seamstress, they sewn it, they like the steps that it takes to just make that one piece. Somebody worked really hard to do all this stuff. Like, let's say, for instance, Forever 21. Everybody loves going there. Like, all that stuff, that came from a designer, and the designer made it up, or wherever it came